here trying to hear because I love your perspective on how you analyze things, and I'm sitting here just really anticipating what you're about to say.
No, I just wanted to get all the girls' opinions. So I don't sound like an asshole, but what I've realized is that we've interviewed almost 3,000 girls on this show, and it's incredible to me how a majority of women really are allergic to accountability. I don't know if you noticed, but a bunch of the girls, when we ask, hey, one thing you regretted or you can't forgive yourself for, is either no regrets, I did something where I should have, saw the red flags, or I tried to help a guy that didn't want to help himself. Even when they're taking accountability, they're kind of doing it in a way where I'm taking accountability because I was so noble, they're military, etc. There's a monopoly of force to keep you in line.
Mm-hmm.
With women, if they talk to you crazy and you let that behavior persist, it's only going to get worse, because you have to be able to tell your girl, don't talk to me like that, or shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Right?
Who the fuck you think you talking to?
Exactly.
That's right.
You have to put women in their place immediately. And number one, they are attracted to in the first place. And then number two, since women don't really deal with they don't deal with consequences for their actions because they're able to get by in life on so many things, whether it's a speeding ticket, like, oh my God, batting their eyelashes, or getting shit for free. Most women don't really understand how the real world works or how consequences works, because if you're pretty enough, you won't deal with consequences. So a lot of times, if you're dealing with a really hot girl as a guy, you might be the first person to tell her no.
Yeah.
So I've always found it interesting how girls, even when you ask them, hey, where did you fuck up? They'll say something like, no regrets, I was too nice, I tried to help out a bum, I didn't do anything wrong, right? Only 2 girls on the panel admit they did anything wrong, which is kind of interesting. But that's why this is like psychology. It kind of, women have a serious problem with being able to take accountability, I've noticed.
Do you want to respond to that?
I can take accountability too, but that's just something that I did regret. Like, also, like, in that relationship, there's a lot of things.
But notice how your go-to was doing something that put yourself up from a morality standpoint. Like, I try to help someone that didn't want to help themselves.
Yeah, because that's just, like, one of the main, like, serious relationships I was in. I was only in, like, 2 relationships, like, real relationships, like, So that's one of them that I just felt like,
that's why
I did try to help him, like, that was a relationship where I really was doing.
I'm not saying you're lying, but I'm saying that it's interesting how you picked that.
That's just something I thought of.
But you didn't pick probably, because here's the thing. I don't even, like, I already know this, because whenever a girl's in a position where she's helping the guy and he's being a lazy fucking bum, you start to become irritable and you start to get annoyed by him and you start to become very bitchy, naggy, and annoying. I found it very interesting how you didn't mention that. You just mentioned, I tried to help him.
But I didn't do that, though. Like, honestly, like, you could call him right now. Like, I promise you. You could call him. Like, I was there for him. It's just like, whenever...
Who broke up the relationship?
Me.
Okay.
But you're too young, my love.
You tell me
you
didn't nag him?
too young. That's
you tell me you didn't nag him? Not one time?
No, but I didn't knock him. No, that's the thing, because I was trying to help him elevate.
Stop
like,
the cap.
He got a whole little 15,000 out of nowhere, like,
it's called
with nothing, from doing nothing. So, you feel me? And he didn't do nothing with that but buy weed and get perks and get a bum ass car. So, you feel me? I tried to help him elevate.
Question.
At a young age, I was still making money.
Question.
Yes?
The man that you were talking about just now.
Yes.
Did he really love you?
He did.
You think so?
You can call him right now. He did love me.
So
how old was he?
He was a year older than me, so he was like when we broke
19,
up.
20?
Yeah.
He didn't love you.
Yeah. No, right now he's 21.
He didn't love you, sweetheart.
No, he did, because I was his first love, though. That's the thing. I was his first love.
That's what he told you.
If y'all knew how the relationship went, y'all would understand. But it's okay.
I've
been there before.
It's okay. Somebody give her a hug.
No, that's the thing. I'm not with him no more. I've been off him for 2 years.
Listen. He saw an opportunity. He used it.
No.
Even if he didn't know what he was doing, he figured it out later.
We was both in high school,
when he grew up.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like, oh, she's
And just to be clear, ladies, it's very difficult to take accountability for both men and women. Even men have an issue with it. But what I've noticed is that at least with men, you deal with consequences for your fuck-ups. With women, you guys don't. Does that make sense? So, like, if I'm a loser as a man, I'm fat, I'm a bum, or whatever, I deal with direct consequences. People don't respect me. Women don't want to go on dates with me. People make fun of me. I get bullied. As a woman, if you're a raging, annoying bitch, no one tells you you're a raging, annoying bitch.
Yeah.
You just kind of go through life, and it is what it is. So it's like girls are able to be insufferable and not deal with consequences, versus as a man, you have to deal with consequences if you're a loser. So you guys don't get direct feedback on your behavior. Does that make sense? Because men aren't honest with women because we want to fuck you guys. So we'll tolerate the stupidity to get laid.
That's real.
You disagree?
true.
Please
Only
go ahead.
because all the men that I've dated, like I was 18 dating a
Yeah.
35-year-old,
Yeah.
and I had an attitude problem. You get what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
he put me in my place. Every relationship I've been in with an older guy, they'll put me in my place.
Yeah, that's because he has the wisdom.
Yeah.
he
but
ain't, he
you
ain't
know,
having
and
it.
when I go into relationships, honestly, I use my
Okay,
relationships
outside
to
of the
grow.
outside of the men that you dated in relationships, how many fucking guys sat there and tolerated bad behavior from you? Probably a bunch.
None.
A lot, trust me.
What do you mean? It's a hump and go.
Yeah, no.
I do relationships. I don't really.
I'm not talking about the men that you're having. No, I'm saying outside of the men that you dated in a relationship, I guarantee you there are probably guys out there. Maybe they met you at a club, bought you a drink. Maybe they tried to court you when you didn't give them the time of day, or you were rude to them, or whatever. They accepted it because they're like, oh, I want to get laid. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like, it wasn't until...
Oh, you're talking about... Okay, I get what you're saying. Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. Like, women in general don't deal with consequences for poor behavior. Does that make sense?
But
Yeah, I remember one guy, he said he gonna fuck the attitude out of me. I'm like, okay. And we ended up being in a 4-year relationship.
Okay, so outside of those relationships, right, where they had to put you in your
You're really
place...
proud of that too.
And that's the one that passed. I loved him. I'm like, he was tattooed on.
Like that, man. You left them, man.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. is
Here's
that,
what I
like,
want to
girls don't
say
deal with
from
that.
after watching you.
Yeah, please.
Anybody that watches this show and hear you talk should be quiet and really comprehend
I
what
appreciate
you say.
that, man.
And take everything that you say and apply it to their life and adjust their way of thinking so that they can have knowledge for their journey to continue on. And they will be better in their relationships. They will be better in their decisions for the rest of their life. Because you put things in true perspective to make a person see clearly. But most people want to deflect, right? So
Yeah.
most people don't want to
sure.
hear what you got to say. But if people just stay quiet, closed mouths is powerful, because if you're quiet, you can really hear what a person is really telling you. And I just want the ladies here, the people who watch your show from this moment on, that when you start talking, even if it sounds crazy, say to yourself, let me hear what he has to say first and then apply it and then think about it. But most people listen to reply.
Yes.
Yeah,
They don't listen to comprehend.
I appreciate
And
that,
that's the
TK. That means a
problem
lot
that they
coming
have.
from an OG like yourself,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, like, people get mad at the way I deliver it or whatever, but if you ask me, like, why do you think that way, I'm able to tell you specifically why. You know, for example, why I don't live with women. I told you guys specifically, women are more prone to get bored in relationships and end it. So how do we deal with that? Here's a prescription. Don't live with your girl. That deals with a lot of the problems
You
right
are
there in
pretty
itself.
much done.
You know what I mean? That
Yes,
solves
sir.
that issue. And I'll just look at things very pragmatically. Yes, it's not politically correct. Yes, it could come off as sexist. But my argument is reality is sexist. Men and women are not the same, and I think sexism is good. You know? I think sexism is what makes men gentlemen and women ladies. That is the definition of sexism. It's just that we try to sit here and bastardize being a sexist as if it's bad.